What's going on, y'all? This is Randall Branch. Welcome back to the channel. And in this video, we're going to be talking about what being a personal trainer has taught me about human nature, right? So, about at this point, maybe a year and a half ago, is when I got down and I lost my 75 pounds, right, from 250 to 175. I've always really been big on mindset. Even when I was fat, I thought I was big on mindset, but obviously I still had work to do. But after I lost the weight, and probably around a year ago, around this time, people I started asking me about personal training. So that's when I started to get into helping people build their mind, build their bodies. Personal training online, I started a little bit later, but I started doing informal personal training in person. And then I think earlier on this year, I started doing it as an actual business. So now, like, I have a full on self development coaching business. And I've also started to put my hat in the ring with helping men with dating, right? So, really, personal training, helping people get their mind, their body, motivating people, helping people get their relationships right, their creative life right, really just helping people become the best version of themselves, right? This is what I'm passionate about. This is what I believe part of what my purpose in life is, right? And one of the biggest things I've learned by being a personal trainer about human nature is that a lot of humans are lazy, number one, and number two, a lot of humans, they do not really want, like, then this is probably the biggest thing that I've learned. And it's kind of hard for me because it's like everything I wanted to change, when I wanted to change my mind, when I wanted to change my body, when I wanted to improve my looks, and I still am looking to improve in all these areas. I don't believe I'll ever get to a point where I don't see any improvement. But when I got to the point where I knew I needed to make a complete 180 in each of these sectors, I actually wanted change, right? I didn't just say I wanted change. I didn't just consume a whole bunch of content. I didn't have one foot in, one foot out. In order for me to really get my mind right and stop giving into my vices and start learning how to delay gratification and start learning how to be disciplined and things like that. When I really was tired of looking in the mirror and seeing myself fat, right? I actually was serious about my goals and I actually put in the work on a day-to-day basis to get the results that I wanted. And one of the biggest things I've learned about human nature is that a lot of people, they just like to talk. They're lazy and they don't really want to do the work, right? They don't really want to do the work, especially something that I found most recently since coaching has started to pick up a little bit, right? If you guys are interested in my coaching, if you guys want to book strategy calls with me, you guys need personalized plans, 6-month coaching program, all that information will be in the description, right? But I will tell you guys, and this is like the purpose of this video, is that a lot of guys, and I don't want this to be you guys or women if you're watching this, a lot of people in general, they aren't serious about their goals. And this is something that I've made it a point recently over like the last month or so, is I truly only want to work with people who are serious about their goals, right? Personal training has taught me that a lot of people are not serious about their goals. They want to say, hey, I want to lose weight, but I give them a meal plan, they don't want to follow it. They follow it for 2 days, they start making excuses. I give them a workout plan, they get bored after 3 days, right? And I'm not saying that things are going to be perfect when you first start. Best believe it took me, when I started, I made mistakes on my weight loss journey, right? I made mistakes on my mindset journey, on cutting out my vices, on controlling my lust. I've made mistakes. But when you make mistakes, are you failing forward? Like, are you tripping and falling forward? Or are you continuously taking steps backwards? Are you just talking the talk and not walking the walk? There's people who will comment on other self-development because I know other people in the space. I look at my analytics. There's people who comment on my shit and comment on their shit and have been doing so for 6 months, 7 months, and have lost no weight, right? There's guys who will talk about, oh, I'm looking to fix my dating life. I'm serious about improving my looks. I'm serious about improving this, improving that. And they're just talking. It just sounds good. They're not actually walking the walk, right? There's women who I've given meal plans to, and they don't follow the meal plan. They start making excuses. They don't, like, it's just humans, a lot of humans, and this is just, it might sound harsh, but it's just true. A lot of humans just can't make it. Like, everybody can't go, right? I think because a lot of people, not a lot, but a good amount of people consume self-development content or have the mindset of, hey, I want to improve. But even like, it's like a pool, right? So you got all the humans on earth. You have a portion of those humans that say that they want to self-develop. Some are just complete NPCs. They don't even, the thought of self-developing never even comes into their mind, right? Then you got those who the thought of it does come to their mind, but there's even a smaller pool within that are actually going to take it seriously, right? There's a lot of people who have been consuming content about how to grow a business for 5, 6 years and have still never even started a business, have never even started a website, have never even posted content, but they've been watching how to grow on YouTube or how to start a domain or how to do whatever for 5, 6 years. There have been people who have been studying macros and micros and the perfect fasting diet or whatever for months, for years, and they're still 80 pounds overweight because they are not executing. So one of the biggest things I've learned about human nature through personal training is that very few want to execute, right? Very few want to execute. A lot of people don't want to work. Very few even want to act like they want the work, but even fewer are even actually going to work. And that's the biggest thing I've learned about personal training, about human nature via personal training. And again, I take a unique perspective because for me, it's not just in person, but it's also online. It's not just with getting the physique right, but it's getting the mind right. It's not just with getting the relationships and the dating right, but it's also helping people stay motivated. So I'm in a I'm in a specific position where I'm here to help people become the best version of themselves in the holistic manner, and I'm seeing common similarities between individuals where a lot of people they don't really want to work, and it's not in just one area, it's in a multitude of areas. And this is why a lot of people in the self-development space, myself included, like to tell you guys that there really is no competition. Obviously we understand that intrinsically we're competing for resources and for mates and shit like that, whatever, but understand that the average man, the average woman is not going to be serious about their self-development journey. And again, when I say this is not me saying that you won't make mistakes. You will make mistakes, right? But making mistakes is part of the journey, and I understand that I've made mistakes. I will continue to make mistakes. But a lot of people don't start, and a lot of people make mistakes that are easily avoidable. Number one. Number two, they make the same mistakes over and over again, and they don't learn from them. A lot of people, they just like neglect it. They're not serious, guys. A lot of people aren't serious. And again, this is why a lot of people said there's really no competition, is because if you're serious about growing your YouTube, if you're serious about growing your business, if you're serious about getting your mind right, if you're serious about getting your body right, if you're serious about being the most attractive version of yourself, if you're serious about improving your daily life, whatever you're serious about in the self-development space, if you continue to put your inputs in, you continue to learn, you continue to iterate so that you can figure things out. Again, you'll make mistakes, but you get up, you dust yourself off, and you make mistakes, you fall forward, right? You learn from your mistakes. Then there really is no competition because a lot of humans, and I think it's just wired in human nature. A lot of people are just lazy, they're comfortable, they confuse saying that they're going to execute with actual execution, and they stay stuck for days, weeks, months, years, and decades, guys. So this is what I've learned about human nature through personal training. But even with all that being said, I'm still here to help out those who are serious, right? I'm passionate about this. Again, earlier in the video, I said that this is part of my purpose. I believe my main purpose is to become the best version of myself. And by doing so, I unlock the second half of my purpose, which is helping you guys become the best version of yourself. I believe that's beautifully said too, right? That's literally what my purpose in life is. I become the best version of myself and I help others do the same. So if you guys do want my help, I'm here to help you guys. Again, check the description. I have an array of services for you guys, but I only want to work with people who are serious. Um, and I'm not gonna lie, it is because I am so passionate about self development. It is. I don't want to say it's heartbreaking. I'm not trying to sound like a doomer or some shit, but it is kind of frustrating for me to know that a lot of people aren't serious. A lot of people are okay with being fat. They're okay with not improving their looks, not improving their diet. They're okay with having sucky dating lives, a sucky mindset, not improving their passion or their career, their occupation. But just recently, like the last few weeks, honestly, maybe even like early this month in July, I finally came to the mindset that I focus on being the best version of myself, and those who want my help, I'll help them. But I'm not going to get out of my body to force people to get in shape or to force people to improve their dating life. It's a detriment to my mental health, number one, and it's a waste of energy for me. So if you're serious about getting help in whichever domain in the self development, then check the link in the description. Otherwise, I can't help you. Like, this is something I've actually had to finally come to terms with and be okay with, because I understand that just by statistics and just by human nature, 90% of people just won't make it. But the 10%, I'm here for. Okay, so again, check the description if you guys need some help. My clothing line will be in the description as well. Follow me on Instagram. I post daily. Like, comment, share, subscribe before you end this video. And I'll see you guys later today for two more videos. This is Randall Branch Media, and we're checking out, y'all. Peace.